Alright, the bonk.io game mode tier lists. You know, there are 6 game modes in this game. Classic, arrows. I wrote bullets here. It's in the game is called death arrows. There's grapple, football, and vital. And there used to be more game modes, but some of them got deleted because nobody played them. I'm not gonna rank them because the only one of those that I played is volleyball, and the only evidence, or the only video evidence of that the game mode even existing, I found is this video, where some kid records his screen with a phone, and he lags like fucking crazy, which is a real problem in this game sometimes. The lag. Anyway, and you feel me? He got 2 dislikes. Anyway, so I'm not gonna rank those. And volleyball is even the least obscure secret game mode. So no, I didn't even know about the other game modes until I read about them on the wiki. Anyway, the classic game mode. Let's see, put it in fun for now. When you create a game, classic game mode is basically you generate momentum like this, and you bonk off the other players. It's a really simple game mode. And you can make yourself heavy like this. If you hold the button down for long, your heavy runs out. So the point of the game is to bonk the other players off the map, and they die, just like in a lot of fighting games, like just movement based fighting games like Super Smash Bros. There's like an off-screen barrier where you die. Basically, if I can get out of this shit right now, I need to generate some speed. Yeah, like this, I'm out. I die off screen here, you see it? That's the whole point of the game mode. And it's very fun, actually. Even though it's so simple, it's kind of a lot of depth to the gameplay. There's a lot of maps, good maps for this. It's the best game mode, by far. Maybe I'm biased, but it's the best game mode. Alright, arrows. Arrows. Okay, this is the next mode. Basically, it works the same as normal mode. You throw the bonk off on the players. Your heavy doesn't run out. You see this? It doesn't run out. I can barely move when I'm heavying, but it doesn't run out. And there's a different ability. You can shoot arrows. See this? I can shoot arrows. And my arrows are bugged right now because I need to map this to the different key. Enter. Okay. Save. Alright. So I'm gonna do this, right? I can move around my arrows. I can aim. Aiming works with your movement key, so when you're aiming, you cannot move at all. And it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. If you hit another player with this, they get hit off. The arrows are very bouncy, so they can bounce you very far. And the longer you hold it down, the faster your arrow is gonna go. So now it's gonna go really fast. If I tap it, it's gonna go very slow. So holding it down will generate a lot of force by the arrow. So if you hold it down for longer, you can kill other people easier. But there's a big problem with this game mode, I feel. Why hold down your button for so long to kill someone? But you can also just in that same time you took to aim and generate force. You could have easily just moved around, generate some speed of your own, and bonk the guy off. So there's really no need to actually use your arrow offensively, which means people are just going to use it defensively. When you come at them, they're going to do this. Instantly tap that shit, and the arrow basically stops you in your tracks, and then they bonk you afterwards. Which means the game mode isn't that different from classic. It's just classic with a defensive ability, and it makes the game in my opinion, more boring. It's just a worse game mode. It's just worse than Classic. Also, in my opinion, the game flow, when there's a lot of people in your map, what tends to happen is a lot of people die very early on because of the chaos arrows brings, but then it just turns into a boring 1v1 because of the defensive ability of the arrows. So people have to just sit and watch for a long time, which just makes this game mode worse, in my opinion. It's an inferior game mode to Classic, just inferior at bullets. So in the game, this is called Death Arrows. So this is Death Arrows, and you start the game. The difference with this, if I press enter, the difference here is when you hold down, you don't see it, but there's a short black border. You see this? There's a kind of a black border that kills other people. If another person touches that, they die instantly. Which means in this game mode, you cannot get close at all. And this game mode has a couple of maps. One type of map really designed for this. Nobody plays this on this type of map. It's terrible on this type of map. You want to actually play this, you go into Death Arrows. You get maps like this. You're gonna go to the highest rated, because why not? This, sniper spot maps. These are the types of maps you have. A large box that's closed because you don't want any off-screen shenanigans, because that's some bullshit. And most of the blocks here don't bounce at all, right? They don't bounce, but they have some platforms, some launch pad that do bounce and allow you to move around. You don't get close to people. You have some corners here to hide, and you just kind of move around. It's kind of like a movement shooter. That's basically what it is. It's a very simplistic movement shooter. I like this game mode. I like it. And for the people wondering why I call this bullets, one reason is because Death Arrows is way too long to put in this box. And also, it's basically reference because these maps are kind of designed like American high schools. They have a lot of corners for you to hide from the bullets, but also some open corners for the daring shooters to kill people. Anyway, I like it. It's kind of, why play this when you could play a different movement shooter like Doom or something? I don't know. It's in my opinion a bit simple for a movement shooter. I would rather play other games, but it's fun to play sometimes. So I'm gonna, yeah, just keep this in fun. Grapple. Okay, let's change the map again. And do it in pigs. No, wait, it's in hot, and then the top rated from hot. Wait, not this one. This one. Wait, well, what grapple does is the same as the normal game mode. It's the exact same, right? But you can grapple. Wait, fuck me, man. Grapple, map, see, start. You can grapple as well. See this? It's like a Spider-Man ability. You can go on the map like this. And it, in my opinion, adds some neat depth to the gameplay. It really upgrades your moveset. It's kind of, since Bong has always been a movement-based game, it really adds. I think it's a good addition to the game. But it's kind of bad with lag, and like I told you before, this game has got a pretty big lag problem. Sometimes just some guy, some new player too, just jumps into your game, and you know he's using his microwave as his router, so he's got shit internet. And for some reason, when some other guy has shit internet, I do too. And it's really fucking annoying, especially in this game, because this game mode is all about timing. And the reason for that is when you hold your grapple, you can see it go down. If anybody touches you, you get the circle of death. You get the death notice. The circle turns red, and you cannot use your grapple ability for a long cooldown, right? You have a long cooldown, and that basically just means you're dead. It just means you're fucked. And also, there's not really a lot of great maps with this, in my opinion. This one's good. There's also a map called Weird Death Ball. It's kind of like a football map, and it's really fun. But there's not a lot of like generic maps for this. I think the Quake Play maps are kind of mid. It's mostly just because the game mode adds a lot of movement abilities. Some parkour maps are good. But yeah, it's great. It's a great game mode. It just has some downsides. And it's very tryhardy. If you're trying to play a good player, good luck winning, dude. That's not easy. And then for the bonus modes, alright. Football. See this? Basically what football does. I John Blue. You play against another team, just like in football. And you just tap the ball in. You can move it around like this. If you press space, you shoot it, right? You shoot it, you get a goal. It's pretty fun. It's not like a game that you play a lot. And if you want to play a football game, would you really play this game? I think there are other better free football games. Even online, right? You have Rocket League is really fun. It's pretty hard, but it's a lot of fun. A lot more depth do that. And even on the browser, you can play one-on-one football. Like that's one-on-one soccer it's called maybe. That is really great. Great game. Classic game. And it's better than this. But I would play this football, Bankayo football over FIFA still. But it's more like a bonus game mode. Basically. Alright. And then Vital. What the hell is Vital? Okay, basically. It's like a flying game mode. It's really strange game mode. There's a couple of maps it really works well with. Sometimes you have those pick your class and you kill other people, but it's kind of whack. Like, what is this? Still, it's a unique game mode. It's really one of those games nobody plays this shit. But you play this once in your life and it's pretty fun one time, but not for too long. So this is just obviously a bonus game mode. Why not? But it's worse than football. Football's more fun. Football is just for those Brazilian crackheads, I guess. Yeah. A lot of newer players like Arrows, the players that started playing in the during the pandemic, they just don't know that Classic is on top, bruh. Classic is on top. Dude,